Y'all can tell that I'm a little under the weather because I'm not dressed up. And y'all know when I'm dressed up, I'm giving y'all the heat. But when I'm looking like this, I'm either tired or I'm under the weather. And bitch, I am under the fucking weather. But let's get into the hot boy. See, my voice ain't even there. Let's get into it. What's going on, y'all? This is your boy Scott, and we're here for another review of The Real Housewives of Houston Season 1, Episode 3. Okay, so let's get right on into it. So we basically pick up where we left off with last week's episode when everybody was over Sharad's house, and Braylon starts explaining himself. Now, Braylon, who is August's acting coach, basically was letting them know why he was around. Now, he's from LA. He's trying to get a new group of friends, and he got introduced to this group by August, and he wants to get to know these guys and wants to, you know, make solid foundations and connections with these guys and all of this other stuff. And Ashton doesn't seem like he's really here for the shit. Like, he's like, first of all, who are you? What are you? Who you trying to meet? That's all I want to know. And I'm just sitting up here like, oh girl, like, you know, but it is what it is, child. So then the next thing you know, DeAndre and August have words. And they're having words over something that DeAndre said, and August put the shit that DeAndre said on the table. Now, DeAndre did not deny what he said, but I think he just didn't appreciate August bringing it to the forefront. And to be honest, he does dub himself the drama king, so it is what it is, but it's kind of like they start getting aggressive with each other. You know what I mean? And then it got into the point to where August got up out of his seat and walked outside. The same thing that they all accuse Ashton of doing. But the thing with me is, my thing about it is, I'm not going to argue back and forth with nobody. Like, that's just straight up what it is. Like, I'm not going to go back and forth about something that I just don't care about. Like, straight up. And I've had that moment this week where somebody wants to come for me, and you haven't seen me really say nothing back because I don't care. So it's kind of like when I don't care about something like that, I really just pay it dust. Like, it really ain't shit to me. But there could be the unbothered Aquarius that I am, because when shit really I laugh at stupid shit. And sometimes if I'm having a conversation with somebody and my point is still not my point isn't coming across at all, and I'm steady trying to explain myself, and you're not hearing me, and you want to overtalk me and do all this extra shit, I'm going to get up and walk the fuck out. Because my energy is too precious to be wasted on some stupid, tired-ass bullshit. That's how I feel about it. And of course, when August went outside, Braylon went outside. But as Braylon and DeAndre is outside, the camera is outside, and it looked like DeAndre. I mean, it looked like August. I'm sorry, it looked like August, and Ashton is out embracing, and it looked like August was crying and shit, like he was on the male version of Waiting to Exhale or some shit like that. Looking at him like, it's a nice house, August. At $5, you can have it. I'm sorry, but that's what that scene was giving me. But in the midst of them doing all that outside, because we didn't even know what the fuck they were saying. All we knew was that August looked like he was crying and shit. And, Ashton went over there to give him a little hug and just let him know that everything was going to be everything and all that. But Sherrod and Jordan were talking. And what really killed me with Sherrod was when he told Jordan that he ain't the type of person that sit there and talk about people behind their back or allow somebody to be talked about behind their back. And I felt like Mari determined that was a lie, because the episode before this one, you was sitting up there talking about the nigga, and on top of that, you allow somebody else to talk about him. So therefore, you do let people talk about other people in front of you behind their backs. You do. Because we saw you do it. So let's not act like you just all the way 100. You may be 90, but you ain't 100. You do sit up and let people talk about other people behind their back. And you do talk about people behind their back. It is what it is. Regardless if you repeat it or not. Don't say that I don't let other people talk about other people. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. And then after that, I want to say Jordan and DeAndre, they discussed their problems, and I think DeAndre came out with an apology after that. So I think that everything was everything at that moment. So then the next day after Taco Tuesday, they go out to this restaurant, and then Ashton and DeAndre obviously have issues. My thing about this is, DeAndre, how come you didn't talk to Ashton about this by yourself? Like, why are you talking about this in front of the peanut gallery? I hate it when people bring up friendship issues with one another in front of the whole group. The whole group ain't gotta know that y'all are having a fucking problem. Like, real talk, they don't have to know that. However, he was feeling like Ashton wasn't being a real friend. Ever since Ken came back around, he been a phony ass bitch. His words, not mine. And he was just saying that he just think that he's fake right now, and it's just not cool. He be sitting up here talking about Ken like a dog, and then be trying to act like they friends. Like, that's the shit that DeAndre said. Like, he feel like he feel like the nigga ain't being no real friend. And if he feel like the nigga ain't being no real friend, then he just feel like the nigga ain't being no real friend. And at that point, you know, Ashton really didn't have nothing else to say at this point. Like, he was just done with the whole conversation, and it just was that on that. Later on, Ken and DeAndre were having finally discussing their issues. And Ken, first of all, the first thing that caught my eye was Ken said that DeAndre is fucking somebody that he used to fuck. And then he called Jordan name. Jordan, are you ready for your interview? Ken, are you ready for your interview? Cause bitch, y'all got a lot going on in this goddamn circle here. Andre starts going in on Ashton to Ken and basically saying that Ashton ain't real, Ashton is fake. Ashton be talking about Ken like a dog behind his back, but then he be showing him text messages of them talking and saying that this girl want to be my friend so bad. I mean, that is a little fake. But at the same time, DeAndre, if you've known Ashton for that many years, I don't think that information should have been disclosed. I'm just saying. I just feel like that certain things shouldn't even be disclosed. And I just feel like during this whole episode, DeAndre was throwing everybody under the bus. That's how I feel. He was throwing everybody under the bus. But I guess at some point in time, Ken and DeAndre were able to come to some type of resolution about their issues, whatever they may be. And that's all I'm saying. Like, these boys got a lot of issues, but we still don't know what the hell these issues are. And I'm still gonna watch because I'm trying to find out what the hell the issues is. Because I'm still confused by this whole thing. Me and my scientists, we're all confused. We confused. But however, that's my review on the Real House. I'm about to call y'all the Real Housewives, the Real Housewives of Houston. Be sure to like, rate, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and be sure to donate to me and Jamar's podcast fundraiser. Jamar set up a GoFundMe, and this will be at the bottom of the video, as well as my social media and everything else. With that being said, you guys, I am out of here. Shout out to Todd Rogers of the Real Housewives of Houston and the whole Real Housewives of Houston cast. Because one thing about y'all watch our reviews and y'all take our commentary and criticism in stride, and y'all do not take it personal. And that's all it is. You know, y'all don't look at us as bullies. Y'all look at us as commentators, because that's what we are. We may all have our favorites here and there, but it's really no big deal, because I don't know y'all in real life. Maybe one day I will get to know some of y'all, but I'm just going by what I see, and that's all that matters. With that being said, all right, y'all. Peace out.